In this video, I spar Coach Gio, another coach at Glory Martial Arts Center. I titled this video Sparring a Muay Mat Style Muay Thai Fighter, as the definition of a Muay Mat fighter is a fighter who throws heavy punches, choosing hands to be their primary weapon, focuses on landing a high volume of powerful punches as well as heavy low kicks. They're known to aggressively move and pressure forward and exchange with you. They will look for the knockout, even if it means standing there, taking a lot of damage, and losing points. Now, I'm certain Coach Gio is a Muay Mat style fighter, as I've seen him get shark tanked during hard sparring sessions several times. He is relentless, can take a lot of damage, brush it off like nothing happened, continue to move forward, and give it right back. He is the definition of stand and bang. Oh, and he does not get tired. With that said, learning from my past experience, I decided to save me some brain cells and use verbal communication in advance and ask Coach Gio, please don't knock me out. It's my way of saying there's no ego on my end, I just want to play. Coach Gio obliged, and here we have a nice, intense yet controlled sparring session. So how do I deal with a Muay Mat fighter, or at least how did I try to deal with one? First off, I tried to keep my distance with footwork and tried to intercept him with my lead body kicks as you saw earlier. Sometimes I'd bait with my hands down and intercept them with my pullback cross, and sometimes I'd threaten some knees. And here's another knee threat that I did earlier. The purpose of this is to get my opponent to stop moving forward at me and fight me on the outside. After attacking, I tried to exit off as far as I could to avoid staying in front of him for him to attack. With him constantly moving forward though, limited space to move, and my lack of cardio, he would eventually make his way in my pocket. So I tried to tie up with him palm on bicep to prevent him from punching me and then exit off with a high kick. That obviously didn't work as I got swept into the air from an undercatch. And earlier, as you can see, he just blocked it and continued to move forward. Another option after tying up is to exit off and punch. Staying on the outside allows me to be evasive and avoid his powerful strikes. With distance from my opponent, I can look for things like foot sweeps because all of his weight is in the front leg from always moving forward. If he gets into my pocket and I get lazy and shell instead of everything else I just mentioned, this is what happens. Shelling blurs my vision, and the more punches he throws, the more it blurs, and I start to take a lot of damage the closer I get to being TKO'd. And this is Coach Gio going easy on me. If I have the energy, I'll go for my favorite running hip sweep, which works great when your opponent moves forward at you. Here's another one I pulled off earlier. Coach Gio pressures forward again, clinches me, and this knee would have been painful, and his tree trunk legs kicks my legs right out underneath me. Another hip sweep here, but this time he was ready to defend. Yes, he has some surprisingly flexible legs as well. As I got more tired, I got tired of moving so much, so I'd shell up for a bit to rest, tried some Philly shell and head movement, then fire back, then tried to move again. If I stayed in front of him toe to toe, I would definitely lose the exchange. Muay Mat fighters are usually very tough and conditioned to absorb all the damage from constantly moving forward. So as you can see, Muay Mat fighters will close the distance and get in your pocket because they can do more damage from close range and get the finish. A beautiful lead axe kick here by Coach Gio. Nothing was stopping him from moving forward, so I started threatening him with flying knees, with no intention of actually landing any, of course. Again, this is just a strategy to get him to stop pressuring forward. And look, he started giving me some space. Kinda, sorta. Nah, he gave me a second to breathe and back in with his pressure. Finally, tying up and exiting off with a high kick worked. Of course, we are not sparring hard, so my attacks will not stop or discourage him from moving forward. And since Coach Gio agreed to not knock me out, it's up to your guys' opinion on what could have or what would have been significant strikes landed and how would this play out in a real fight. Would I survive or would Coach Gio get the finish? Coach Gio is 190 pounds with an unlimited gas tank, and I'm about 152 pounds with a very small gas tank. You guys won't hurt my feelings, so feel free to comment below. And he gets me with another axe kick to finish the round. As usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.